This is Airsoft Man 1996. I'm going to show you the basic maintenance on your Azodin Blitz marker. The first thing is, take your barrel off. Just check your barrel O-ring on the barrel every time you take it off. To clean your barrel, what I do is I take and just stick my swab through there, pull it through. Just don't stick together very well, but still gets it clean. Next, to clean the inside of your marker, then pull the bolt up, slide that to the side, unscrew your back cap, check the O-ring on the back of it. You can every once in a while take and check the O-ring right there. Sometimes that's broken, air can seep through the back cap, but then you gotta re-chrono your gun, so I wouldn't do that every time. Just check that if it's leaking. Next, pull out your spring, and then take like an O-ring pick. I've got a set of these. Pull out the rubber spring assist, or the spring guide, and take and stick your pick in the gun or into the striker, and try and get the pick into that little hole that the bolt slides into, and pull it out. Don't stick it in too far, or else it'll scratch the inside of the gun. I take and just wipe the threads off on the back here with the swab. You don't have to do that, but I do it. And then I just take and put some lube in there just so the back cap screws on and off easier. Take the swab again and clean the inside of the marker. To take your eyes off, I'm just going to do one side, because the other side's the same exact thing. There you go. Take that screw off. Here's your eye cover, your screw, and then your detent. I have upgraded detents. They're extra hard. Pull your eye wire out. I usually just take like a rag and wipe up underneath where the eye cover is. Usually there's some like paint or something in there. And I just clean that up. Then clean the eye off a little bit. Make sure there's nothing on the front of it. Stick it back in. Grab your detent. Like that. Grab your eye cover and screw. Put that back on. Screw it on. You might have to hold it sometimes just so it covers up the entire crack. It'll twist like that, and then it doesn't cover it all the way. There we go. There's two of them. You do the same exact thing for the other side. Next, I'll show you how to lube up your striker. I'm going to take and wipe all the grease off first. There we go. It's pretty dry. Now if you just put this in your marker, it will not work. You have to put lube on it. Check your striker O-ring. Make sure there's no cuts in it or anything. And if there is, you can buy just a tank O-ring. A tank O-ring will work, but I suggest getting a better one. I bought a spare parts kit, and I've got a lot of striker O-rings, just in case I ever do go through any. But mine's good right now, so I'm not going to replace it. Sorry about that. That was my sister. You can either use like a gold cup, like liquid lube. I suggest using like a kind of a grease, like hater sauce. This stuff does work, but it evaporates faster, so I use this. Just unscrew the cap. Put some on your finger. You don't need a lot. You just take and lube up the entire thing. Try not to get it in that hole. Just wipe your fingers off. Take your bolt. Make sure the hole is facing up. Slide it in. Now it's gonna hit the trigger thing. So just take a pick or something. You can stick it down in there. Push that silver thing down. And then slide it in. And then it's gonna hit again. Stick your pick in there. Twist the striker around so the hole's facing the bottom. Then you can push down on the thing again. Hang on, I can't get it. You can just take and pull the trigger, but that sometimes will damage your O-ring. You can do it on the second one, just don't do it on the first one, because that definitely will like cut your O-ring because it's really sharp. Next, put your spring in. Rubber spring guide. Sometimes the spring likes to fall down a little bit, so just take your pick. So hold the spring up. Take your back cap, stick that in. Actually, sometimes I like to take in, put some lube on the inside of these threads, just so it's easier to screw it in and out. There we go. Next, your bolt. These guns come with a full Delrin bolt. I upgraded mine to a Tech T Hush bolt, so mine I do have to lube. So just take and put a little bit all around. There we go. When you get the bolt, take and change the O-rings, because the O-rings do not work and it has bolt stick. Pretty much every shot it does. So change the O-rings. Go with the smaller size. They shipped them out with the wrong size. First you have to line the hole up again, because sometimes the back cap will spin the spring and it'll spring the striker. Now everything's back together. That's pretty much it. You can take apart the reg. I'll do that right now. Your Allen wrenches, take out the set screw. There you go. Put that to the side. Unhook your macro line. There we go. And you can unscrew the bottom part of the reg. There we go. Grab a set of pliers. There we go. Get down, grab onto the piston. Set that to the side. take and wipe that up if there's anything in there. There shouldn't be, but there we go. And then you can, there's a screw down in there. You take and pull that screw out, and then this comes off. But I don't want to do that because it's hard to get it set back to its position. You take this screw out, and you can get to the other internals, move them up, and this is how you set your FPS. You can set it with this or your back set screw. It's pretty easy. I just left this at factory settings and then messed with the back, so I didn't want to mess with it too much. Take and put some lube on this. Mine's already lubed. I'll give it a little bit more. I just lubed this up a little bit. There we go. Slide that back in. And I don't push that in all the way, just so I can get this to line up. And then I screw it in. And this is a 360 swivel inline regulator, so that does turn all the way around. Hook your macro line up, back up. There we go. There we go. Grab your set screw. Your Allen wrenches. That's about it. Another trick is if you take the grip frame off when you're sliding in your striker, it'll pull that trigger thing down inside, and you won't have to worry about pushing it in. There's nothing stopping it. I just didn't feel like taking it off right now because it's pretty hard to do, because I don't have the Allen keys that fit inside there to take the screws out. I think that's it. To change your battery, you just take these 3 screws off and pull the grip off, and then put your new battery in. Hook the old one, put your new one in. Same as every other gun. Thanks for watching.